Dear friends, welcome to the Advent with St. Francis of Assisi, third Sunday. Mother Church gives us the Gospel passage from the Gospel according to St. John, its first chapter. In the chapter, we read, some Pharisees and Levites went to St. John the Baptist to ask him who he was. They questioned him, "Tell us, who are you? Are you the Christ?" St. John the Baptist said, "I am not the Christ." They continued, "Are you the Elijah?" Again, St. John the Baptist said, "No, I am not." They persisted, "Are you the prophet?" And again, St. John the Baptist said, "No, I am not." Then they asked him, "Tell us, who are you?" And then St. John the Baptist replied, "I am the voice of the one crying in the wilderness." We see St. John the Baptist, with all humility, accepted who he was. He said he was not the Christ. If he wanted, he could have claimed to be Christ, because some of the people were already thinking so. But he did not do so because he knew who he was, and therefore he was able to give the rightful place to Christ. He knew that he came to bear witness to Christ. He came to bear witness to the light because he knew who he was. Thinking on the same question, let us reflect about the life of St. Francis. St. Francis of Assisi, after his conversion, started to serve the lepers and the poor. He lived a very good community life, loving and supporting his brothers. He lived the gospel values literally and tried to practice all the aspects of Christ in his life, so much so that at the end of his life, visibly he received the 5 wounds of Christ, the stigmata. But it is very surprising that Francis did not want to become a priest. He thought of himself as unworthy. He said that I am not worthy to carry the body of Christ. Perhaps Francis understood and experienced the presence of Christ in the Holy Eucharist to such an extent and intensity that he felt he was not worthy to hold that body in his hands. And that's why Francis did not become a priest. He remained a deacon. We see this very much similarity in the life of St. John the Baptist and of St. Francis of Assisi. St. John the Baptist similarly said, "I am not worthy to untie the shoes of Christ." Similarly, St. Francis of Assisi said, "I am not worthy to hold the body of Christ," and thus remained a deacon. Dear friends, the question, "Who are you?" is a very old one, yet very much relevant even today for you and for me. We need to reflect on this question. I like to suggest a small method that can help us to perhaps understand ourselves better. Maybe think of one fear that you have, or maybe one area in which you get angry very soon. Reflect. What makes you scared? Or what makes you irritated so much? And once you find that thing, the answer of these questions, do not stop there. Go a layer further down, deeper, and ask, what is the root of that thing? And maybe perhaps trying to find the roots of some of these things of ours, we can understand ourselves still in a better way. Dear friends, the better we know ourselves, the better we will know God. And the better we know God, the better we will know ourselves. During this Advent season with St. Francis, Let us journey toward this, perhaps the longest journey, the journey of knowing ourselves. May God help you and me to know ourselves better. Thank you and God bless you.